Hello everybody. If you're an archer and you're shooting at this target and you have your bow and your arrow and you have your shot and you just hit the outside ring on the target, you've missed the bullseye, and that missing the bullseye is what in the Bible is called sin. God is the bullseye. God is the bullseye. And when we don't live up to God's standard, because God is holy and God's perfect and He's just and He's good, He's almighty, He knows everything, He sees everything. And so when we come short of the bullseye, which is all of us, always, we sin, we miss the target. So even if I'm having a shot with bow and arrow at the target and I hit just onto the edge of the bullseye, but not right in the bullseye, again, I've sinned, I've fallen short of the target. And so every one of us has sinned. We've all fallen short of what God is like. We've fallen short of His perfection, His love, His goodness. We've never measured up. And so what Jesus did when He came into this world and then went to that cross and was crucified. So when He came into this world, He lived as one of us. He was a human, but He was only human that actually always hit the target. He always hit the bullseye, because Jesus only ever said and did what God the Father told Him to say and do. He never fell short of God's glorious standard. Jesus always hit the bullseye, excuse me, all the time. And in Jesus, who never sinned, who never fell short of the bullseye, He went to the cross and He was crucified in your place and my place for our sin. And He took our sin away. He took our sin away. So now God looks at us, if our faith and trust is in Jesus, God looks at us as though we've hit the bullseye, as though we're measuring up to God's standard. And that means because of our faith and trust in Jesus, we can come into the very presence of God. And so we can stand before God with no shame, no guilt. It's all been taken away. And so we can come boldly into His presence. We're accepted by God. And it's only in His presence where you can experience fullness of joy. It's what you've been created for. You've been created to experience God. And the only way you can experience God is through faith in Jesus, because He reconciles us to God. He takes away our sin, our guilt and our shame. And we can experience God and walk with Him and enjoy Him forever. So thank you for listening to me today. May you know what it is to enjoy God and to come into His presence. Put your faith, put your trust in Jesus. He's the one who takes away all your sin, all your guilt, all your shame. He's the one who makes it so you've hit the bullseye. When your faith's in Jesus, God looks at you as one who is perfect, one who is without fault. And you can walk with God, because that's who He's perfect, without fault. And you can walk with Him. You can enjoy Him. And in His presence is fullness of joy and pleasures forever.